The inner mystery of Draupadi, from fragmentation to fire. Many people knows Draupadi as the wife of Pandavas, but in truth she is far more than that. She was not an ordinary woman, she was born of fire, the daughter of King Draupadi, created with a divine purpose to bring transformation through fire. Fire always transforms, right? It burns away what is false so that truth can rise. And Draupadi's story is not just a story from history, it's an inner story of the soul. What is inner story? The story of injustice. When Draupadi was humiliated in the royal palace or court, she stood bleeding, trembling, surrounded by silence. But her Shakti, her divine energy, was insulted. Her 5 husbands, symboling the 5 elements, sat helpless. The earth element, the fire element, the water element, the ether element, the air element. This sense shows a deep truth that no earthly relationship, no person can truly protect the soul. Only Supreme Father, the Divine, can do this, because our source is not in our outside. Our source is in our inside, our divine supreme source. The inner code of this story. In that moment, Duryodhan ordered Draupadi to be disrobed. He represents lust, the desire to possess. And Dushasana, who carried out the act, represent anger, the force that obey lust. So lust command and anger obeys. So this scene is not just outer drama, isn't it? It's the inner battle within us. Lust gives the command, anger executes it. We all face this inside, when lower desire and reaction overpower our wisdom. The body itself is just a garment. At death, this garment too is removed. The soul, however, is eternally pure, eternally naked in truth. The real shame is not in losing outer clothes, but in forgetting who we are, the eternal self. The turning point of this story is surrender. When Draupadi realized that no one, not even her husband, not even her elders, could save her, she stopped fighting the outer battle and turned inward. She lifted her arms and cried out, "O Krishna, Pranaram, my eternal beloved, please save me." And in that surrender, a miracle happened. Her sari becomes endless. Divine cloth kept flowing, protecting her completely. That was God's response to her surrender. When we let go of ego and depends fully on the divine, He never allows our soul to be dishonored. He gives us endless protection, endless grace, endless blessings. It is a law of love. There's also a beautiful secret here. Once, when Krishna's finger was bleeding, Draupadi tore a small piece of her sari to bandage it. That tiny act of love returned to her 1,000-fold. When she was in danger, God multiplied that love infinitely, because divine love always returns in greater measure than we can imagine, right? Because He is an ocean. So Draupadi's humiliation was not just an external event, it represents what happened inside us when our illusion breaks, when we realize that the world cannot give us lasting support. Even man in the court, in the royal palace, represents something we depends on. Our body, mind, relationship, intellect, even ego. When all fails, all our identity fall, the soul bleeds, and that bleeding means releasing pain. But the moment of pain becomes the birth of surrender, and the surrender opens the doorway to the divine, the doorway to connection. No human can give true rest, only God can. People often see Draupadi as a victim, but she was not weak. She was Shakti herself. Her fire was not destruction, it was purification. When woman's dignity is violated, the fire within her awakens. The same fire that burns away ignorance and falsehood. That fire is Kali. The power of transformation, the power of face. Kali does not appear without reason. She arises when injustice crosses all limit. And in Draupadi too, that hidden Kali energy was alive. Her inner fire eventually burned down the entire Kaurava dynasty, isn't it? We all know the story. So her story is not about shame, it is about awakening. Society may call women abla, bechari, powerless, helpless. What is the truth behind this? No power is greater than feminine Shakti. Draupadi reminds us that when a woman calls upon the divine, she becomes unstoppable. Yes, because she unites with the fire of truth itself. Through her, an entire war was fought. Through her, darkness was destroyed. The real meaning of this story. So don't see Draupadi with sorrow. See her with reverence. She was the spark of Shakti, the fire of transformation. She is the reminder that the soul dignity lies not in the other's validation, but in its connection with the divine. When we surrender, when we call out with pure faith, even humiliation becomes the fire that awakens the goddess within. Draupadi's story is not a story of pain. It's a story of power, surrender, and divine awakening. Each of us carries a Draupadi within, right? That part of the soul which cries, "Why did this happen to me?" And within each of us, there's also Krishna, the eternal presence that says, "Don't worry, my child, it will never let your truth be destroyed." That is the inner mystery of Draupadi. From fragmentation to fire, from helpless to divine power. Thank you so much.